Hello Lymanshire, it is Thursday, Fizzuary 23rd. Now because this week's topic is food, I thought I would show you how to make a wonderful and easy Korean meal that is also ovo-pescatarian friendly. The dish is called manduguk or dumpling soup. Before we get started, you may need to pick up a few ingredients, many of them possibly only available in your local Asian supermarket. Let's see what they are! So, to start with, you're definitely going to need some mandu, also called pot stickers. I prefer to use the bite-sized ones. They are much more convenient to eat in soup form. Next, you're going to want to have an egg. If you are not in favor of eating eggs, this part is optional and you will find out later why. To make the broth, you're going to need kelp, called dashima in Korean. You are also going to need a bunch of dried anchovies, called myeolchi in Korean. You are going to need some peppers if you want it to be spicy. Those are optional though. You'll also want to have some green onions. In Korea, they have these gigantic green onions for making soup, but the normal sized ones work as well. Finally, you're going to want some salt for flavor, and you can also add some fish sauce if you want to. It adds a great flavor, but it also makes it really stinky, just a heads up. So, let's start making the broth. Now, I like to get my broth boiling and my hot plate heating up in advance because it will take a very long time for me to do that with this setup if it doesn't, but you can definitely do that on your own in your gas stove. It's not really that important. So, the first thing we're going to add to the pot is the dashima. Then, dump in all your anchovies. Now, like I said, I like for it to be spicy, so I'm gonna cut in a few peppers. Then you do the same thing with the green onion. Finally, I'm going to add a hefty pinch of salt because I like my soup to be on the salty side. And it looks like our water is ready, so I'm gonna pour it into the pot. So now you wanna let this boil on low with the lid on for about 20 minutes. So now it's been 20 minutes and my broth is ready for straining. Alright, so the next thing that we're going to add to the pot is our mandu. I like to cook my mandu with the lid on just because it keeps the broth nice and thin. The mandu usually takes 5 or 6 minutes to cook, and you will know when it's done because usually it floats. This would also be the appropriate time to add about a tablespoon of fish sauce if you're so inclined. Now I'm going to take my egg and beat it until it's an even consistency. Beating my egg, beating my egg, beating my egg, egg. And it looks like our mandu is all floating, so it's time to add the egg. Now this I like to drip in so that you don't get too many big chunks, but you can do whatever you want. You'll notice when you do this that it cooks very, very quickly, which is why we save it for last. Now all we have left to do is to serve it and enjoy it. So there you have it, manduguk, a nice easy meal ready in just about half an hour. That's good. So, 맛있게 드세요, and I will see you tomorrow.